PhD student John Michael Velarde and master student Jacob Connors are part of a team of researchers who have partnered with local aerospace intelligence company Soralinks. Their goal? To create a sensor that could be placed on drones to record weather data. PhD student John Michael Velarde says the first step is figuring out where the sensor should be placed.
So we need to understand first how the air flows around the drone, basically. So we can try to work around that with the sensor that we make.
Velarde says the speed of the drones, as well as the ability to use multiple at once, would provide a better alternative to some of the other tools currently being used to record weather.
To measure things like that currently, either you have like a buoy out in the middle of the ocean, which is fixed in a location, which obviously has disadvantages, or there are some planes that are equipped to do this, but they're obviously very high-tech, very expensive. There's not very many of them, and one obvious disadvantage is there's people in that plane.
The drones will not only keep researchers from having to fly through hurricanes in order to gather data, but as Dr. Mark Glauser of Mechanical and Aerospace Engineering at Syracuse University explains, the use of the drones could allow for more accurate storm prediction, which could save lives.
If we would have been able to have more sensors with some of the hurricanes that hit us recently, if we would have had better data, more data that we could get, for example, from drones, we could have perhaps reduced the uncertainty on where that hurricane was going to hit.
The project began back in June and is currently being funded by the Case Center. The team is hopeful they will have enough data by December to be considered for a grant from the National Science Foundation. But the end goal of the project, as master student Jacob Connors explains, is much more widespread than just sending drones through hurricanes.
They could be collecting this weather data, beaming it back to a central data collection site where meteorologists could analyze this data and get a more accurate measurement of what they can expect in these different areas, across the country.
Dr. Glauser says if all goes according to plan, a prototype could be available as early as next year. Sarah Bonadies, NCC News.